Hi, my name is Alyssa Marable. I am 24 years old from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and I use Mito Red. It's something that I have used in my everyday life since it was introduced to me, and it has definitely broadened my experiences and my trust for red light therapy, not only in myself but in horses. And I have witnessed it firsthand with it being a tool in the equine industry, not only in the vet community, but in the rodeo world and just about any other thing that equine can be possible for. It's something that I have grown very passionate about, and seeing it firsthand on one of my own horses with a pretty traumatic accident that could have ended a horse's career, turned it around in less than 24 hours by taking 90% of the swelling away and no risk for infection, as well as getting her back to performance ready with only 12 hours of downtime. This is something that needs to be introduced to the rodeo world and needs to be introduced to the equine community as a whole. And I think that it's a tool that everybody can learn from and enjoy and just completely have the safety and security knowing that their horses are taken care of not only at home but on the road as well. At first, my horse was pretty nervous about it. It was a foreign object on her hind leg that she couldn't really have the mobility that she had before. But once the red light actually started to take effect, which only took about 20 to 25 seconds, she turned into a whole different horse. She was relaxed, calm. She started licking her lips, just all the signs that you want out of horses whenever they give you a good reaction. And it's something that it completely changed her mind, changed her mood set. And when she went back to the stall after the accident, I knew for a fact that she was going to have the security that she needed. So I worked for a vet in Texas, and we actually had a lot of different red light therapy ideas and uses for it. And one of the cases was we actually had a horse come in with a bowed tendon, and the vet pretty much said, you know, red light is your only option to fix this horse to have him career ready by the time that the season, you know, starts back up again. And he gave him a 6-month therapy regimen, and actually, believe it or not, within 3 months that horse was already being able to be ridden. And a lot of times bowed tendons, especially in the cutting horse and the reining community, is pretty much a death sentence, but it completely changed that horse's life. It changed the owner's perspective on what we do in modern medicine and what tools are out there every single day. I have had a couple horses that have needed extensive chiropractic work where they actually needed to be put under anesthesia and laid down onto their back to put their sacrum back in. And it's a very hard procedure, and it requires a horse to be walked by hand twice a day for 6 weeks. And you cannot even think about riding this horse until the 8-week mark. And it absolutely changed my way of thinking on it. If I had the red light therapy at that time, it would have completely transformed the way that my horse handled the situation and how I handled the situation, because instead of just walking that horse twice a week or twice a day, I would have actually ended up using the red light therapy once a day, walking him twice a day, and probably being able to ride him a lot shorter than the 8 weeks. So red light therapy is something that works great in tandem with other equine therapy sessions, such as the PEMF machines. That is something that the loop is very easy. It's skin-to-skin contact, but it has no initial effect on the red light therapy because you can actually layer the two one on top of the other. It's very easy to do, it's very simple to figure it out, and it's something that together can make your therapy sessions even shorter. So because the red light therapy blanket from Mito Red has the ability to be a on-the-go type situation with the battery pack that is easily plugged into it, it is something that I would definitely use not only on the road, but for therapy sessions all over my barn with easy installation and honestly the easiest on-the-go regiment that you can think of. Between the hock wrap to the hoof wrap, which can also be used for the poles, to the full-blown blanket itself, which has 4 different quadrants where you can change every single quadrant to a different productivity percentage that goes to your horse. Every single blanket or every single aspect of this blanket can be designed for every individual horse's needs, and it's something that I think the rodeo industry as well as the equine industry needs to be brought to attention.